Newzroom Africa's reporter Tumaole Mohaloli joins us now to recap what the former Public Enterprises Minister Lynne had to say at the Commission a bit earlier on today. Tumaole, so we've been listening really for the large part from at least 6 o'clock or so to Gwede Mantashe.
Yes.
But Lynne was before him. What were some of the key elements that came out from her testimony regarding corruption, not only at Eskom, but also at state-owned enterprises as well, and the challenges that she faced and why she felt that she was unable to effect change?
Yes. When Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo put it to her directly that he would have expected that there would have been more of an oversight role that should have been conducted by Minister Lynne and other ministers. When you look at what was happening at Transnet and, of course, Eskom, the SOEs, which the Commission has been really tasked with trying to find what has happened in terms of payments and links to Gupta-owned entities for work essentially that was never ever done. Now, Lynne was saying that one of the most important things is that by the time she got certain reports, specifically when it speaks to the issue of the firing or the stepping aside of executives at Eskom, she says that, the Eskom had a board, and the board was tasked with running the day-to-day activities and day-to-day management of the state-owned entity. What had happened is that by the time she got wind of what was going on in terms of the suspension of executives, she found that to be very, very, confusing and concerning. And by the time she tried to intervene, she then got pushback from some of the chairmen saying that there was executive overreach. So you find a situation where the minister is saying that she feels that as a member of the executive, she was, facing the fire on both ends. If she did nothing, then she was being accused of not performing, of being a Gupta minister, something that she says hurt her very, very deeply because she was not involved in any linking or any undue rewards she received from the Guptas.
We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it at there just for now. The commission is about to resume. We've got former Deputy Minister Thami Ngubeni from Justice. He'll be going on the stand shortly, but I believe they haven't actually started in earnest.
Yes.
So perhaps just continue the summary of why it is that she felt she was unable to effect change.
Yes, and so she felt that by the time she received reports, it was already a step too late. And she went into great detail to paint a picture that by the time she came in as minister, Eskom was already in dire straits. It was losing hundreds, if not tens of millions, in fact billions. She would categorize it every year. And to try and arrest that, it was incumbent on those executives who were then in charge of the SOE to try and turn it around. And she felt that as minister, it would be overreach to try and find out what was happening day to day. And we've heard from various witnesses that when she called them for meetings, trying to inquire, how they felt that she was overreaching. And the minister said this is very unfair because if she was not then asking what was happening and involving herself, she would then be accused of dereliction of duty.
And also, what do you do having a portfolio and a responsibility and you can see that things are going awry on your watch?
Absolutely.
Do you then face the possibility of being accused of overreach, or do you just sit back and allow things to continue going down the drain, which is pretty much what you were saying, caught between a rock and a hard place?
And a hard place. And
we'll leave it at that, sorry,
okay.
Tumaole, because we are going to have to go back now to the Deputy Chief Justice and the State Capture Commission of Inquiry as they continue their hearings for this evening.